Yo, what up? It's your boy Tyler Golem, and today I want to revisit the Darkrai Giratina deck. I'm going to actually change this to Darktina. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the old days where we had just Arceus, I think. A lot of people, what they do is they just play Darkrai Giratina, but I personally like having Darkrai Giratina and Arceus. This also means that we may not need Poison Barb because we're not going to be on the Poison train that much. And Dark Pendant might not be that great because we're not using a lot of Dark Pokemon. This deck might still be good though. We've got Cyrus, Sabrina, Dawn, Silver. I think those are all pretty decent cards. We could play more tools here. So not necessarily, you know, like a deck based around things like, you know, dark themes, but we're going to be trying one Rocky Helmet, one Giant Cape. Giant Cape comes in clutch against like Pokemon that deal 150 damage because you got Darkrai and Arceus that are 140. Rocky Helmet's always a good example of a card that's a safe bet, I think. Let's see here. What else do I want to do? I think maybe having a Repel would be good too. One Repel, one Cyrus, one Sabrina, I think is fine. Let's do one copy of Repel, probably our cheapest card. And then we have two more slots here. I think those two slots are probably going to end up being like, I'm going to say Copycat is like the best card in the game right now for me. So we're going to just play two copies of Copycat. I think this card is like insane. I've tried this deck, this card before, and it does so much work. So we're going to try that out and see if it's any good. Let's see if those few adjustments to this deck will work out for us. I think that we do fold to like Oricorio, although not necessarily, right? Because Darkrai deals passive damage to cards like Oricorio, and I've definitely seen that come into effect in the past. So we're going to try this out, see if it's any good. Do we have two Dawns? Yeah, we do have two Dawns. Okay, so we're going to try this out and see if it's any good. Let's go into a versus match. There's still the Mega Rising Emblem event, which we're going to try out, and Darktina is going to be our #1 pick. I think this deck has legs. Darktina's always been like a safe choice in like most metagames, in my opinion. Although I will say that the Suicune deck has been particularly annoying, especially in the last season. I think with the introduction of the Mega cards, it's definitely made Suicune like, it's still a strong deck, but there's a lot of powerful cards and deck archetypes now that exist that make it more interesting to try out different strategies. Alright, so they're going... Oh, we're going first. That's annoying. Let's use Pokeball here. Alright, so this is pretty good. We have Giratina. And I think what we can do is put a Rocky Helmet on the Darkrai. That way, they'll be less likely to attack us. Let's use a Giant Cape on the Giratina, which is good because it's going to prevent us from having, like, you know, recoil. I mean, we do have recoil, but it's going to make recoil still relevant, but not as much. Alright, let's see what they got here. They can't evolve this turn, but they could bench some Pokemon, I guess. These two cards are pretty powerful. Cyrus, not as much. Right now, Sabrina is more useful, although, you know, their Pokemon only require 1 energy to attack. So even if, you know, even when they evolve to Crobat, I'm assuming they're using the Crobat EX. Ah, nice. We have the Dawn. So let's put an energy on Darkrai. And I think that we can probably just use Dawn now, right? Let's use Dawn now. I know that's a little bit premature, but it means we get to use a trainer next turn. Which is pretty good. Alright, so they're going to evolve now. They're going to want to evolve the back Pokemon. Oh, they're going to use Crobat. Okay. Interesting. Interesting choice. So I think the plan here is to... Oh. Well, I was going to say they could... Huh. Interesting. I was going to say they could switch... Like, if we use Sabrina, right, then they're going to have the choice between Nihilego or Crobat. Both choices are pretty bad. Although, Crobat, probably not as much. Okay, actually, this is pretty sick because now I can KO the Zubat. And then if they switch into, like, Crobat, I can just Sabrina them. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and deal some passive damage to the Zubat. Get our point. It's so sick that we can just do this. And then we can actually get a second point now, too, because we can just Sabrina them. Oh, that's so sick. We use Dark Prism, knock out the Nihilego. That saves us a little bit of damage from, you know, Nihilego's passive. And then we can probably try to either switch or heal or whatever. I'm thinking, I don't know. Crobat's still pretty strong. 50 damage for 1 energy is still a very strong pick. I'm guessing they run Arceus too, right? Alright, so they're going to take some damage here. Oh, we just win that because, yeah, we just win because now we can actually just deal damage to them directly. Yeah, they conceded. Alright, well, there you have it, folks. Darkrai Giratina, or Giratina, is still a very powerful deck that wins games. Hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to check out the rest of my channel. I upload videos daily, whether it's a short or a long form video. Also, check out the Discord channel. I am going to be doing a $50 giveaway at the end of, or in the beginning of December, rather. Because we hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month. That was our goal. We met our metric, and so just join the Discord for more announcements on that. It's going to be sometime early December. We'll do a $50 giveaway to either Apple or Google Play. And I'll see you all next time. Peace out.